everyone, my name is Vëora and I'm a producer, composer and artist. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is part 2 of how to make an EP by yourself. I released my debut and self-produced EP 1.5 months ago. I wanted to explain and share my journey on how I did it from start to release date independently and basically without no money or funding. I uploaded my first long form video a week ago and I am just so overwhelmed and grateful for the response. I had no expectations on the video. I just wanted to tell you how I made my EP. The response have really been amazing and there's been a lot of people reaching out to me. It's just so amazing to see how many people that are appreciating what I do. And to all of my new subscribers, hello. I'm so happy for you to be here and be on this journey with me. This is literally my dream and I'm just so grateful for everyone who's listening to my music. So thank you so much for being here. If you haven't watched the first part, I'm gonna link the video somewhere here so you can have a look at that one first before this one, because there I will talk about the whole recording, production, mixing and mastering process. And I will also show you an insight of projects there and how I produce certain things. This part is about everything that happens after you've recorded, produced, mixed, mastered your songs. So I'm gonna talk about distributors, content, promotions, potential music videos, photo shoot. By no means am I a pro. I'm just here like everyone else, just trying different things and see what works for me and my audience and my music. So this is how I made and released an EP as an independent musician without basically any money or funding. Part 2. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the art cover, which is basically the picture that people will see when they listen to your song or your EP on the streaming services. So depending on how many songs that you release as singles, you maybe want to make different art covers for these singles and then an art cover for the whole EP. That's how I did it. So I have 5 songs in my EP, released 3 of them as singles. For each of these 3 singles, I made a different art cover. There's different ways that you can go on about making an art cover and do it by yourself. You can take a random picture that you like, or you can have a photo shoot. So for the first one, going under, I had a picture from a photo shoot that I did. I had a friend that helped me to edit. I just gave her the pictures and the vision that I had for each of them. The second single, My Darling, was basically just a picture of me and my partner. For the third single, 143, was also just basically a cropped photo of a sky from a film photo that I had. It doesn't have to be any complicated. It depends on your concept that you have for your EP. Think more about, because I think it is very important to have that. I had a concept for this EP, but not a visual concept for the art covers, at least. So it was a little bit random, but I really like how it ended up. And yeah, My Darling and 143 was just super simple. It was just a picture that I took myself, so it doesn't really have to be any more complicated than that. I also had an art cover for the whole EP for all of the 5 songs. Is also a picture from a photo shoot. And I just really like this picture, and I just sent this to my editor and I told her how I would like it cropped. I did the color editing myself. I really like my EP cover. It's such a nice photo and I really like the color and the font that I used by the end. As I said, you could do an art cover however you wanted. Do it by yourself if you don't have the money to pay someone. But I paid my friend around maybe £130 for 5 covers. When you have the art covers finalized and done and your songs are done, you can go on and upload them to a distributor. What a distributor do, they take your song and they send it out to all streaming services that are available. So many different ones that you can choose, and I would recommend you to do your own research on what distributor that could potentially work for you. But the most famous ones are obviously CD Baby, DistroKid, TuneCore. I use a distributor called Amuse, and it's a Swedish distributor. I know a lot of my friends use all of the other three that I've told you about. There are usually two ways that you pay for the services. Is either a yearly subscription, or you can also pay by giving them a percentage of your streaming revenue. So basically when people listen to your music, you will earn some revenue from that and you pay the distributor. I would recommend to go with a yearly subscription because you never know how much money you will actually earn from your songs. You might blow up, songs might go very, very well, and you don't want to give a certain percentage then to the distributor. When you have uploaded your song or songs to a distributor and you haven't done it before, you're gonna have to claim your artist profile on certain streaming services. But the most important ones, the ones that I did, was Spotify and Apple Music. So basically, you're gonna have to kind of open your account where your music is gonna be released, and you're gonna have to put in some codes here and there so that they know that you're the one claiming this. And there you can edit your bio and you can edit your pictures and your canvas. When your song is being released, your profile is already done and fixed, instead of releasing a song and then you have to update everything, because it can take up to 3 days for all the settings to be saved, and you want your profile to be spot on when your song is being released. So that's just an advice for you to claim your artist profiles before your release date. Decided on a distributor, it's good to decide how many songs you're gonna release as singles. I have 5 songs in my EP and I decided to release 3 of them as singles. And if I would do something different today, I would probably release them with a shorter amount of time between them. First uploaded Going Under last year by the end of April, I think, or maybe in May. So it's been a year now since the first single, My Darling, I released in September. So it was about 3-4 months in between. I would probably go with maybe 8 weeks in between today. And then the third single, 143, I decided to release in January this year. So it was almost, it was 4 or 5 months in between, which probably would have been better if it was at least 3. To be honest, I have no idea how much this actually matters when you're a small artist, how big of a distance there is between your songs, but I would think that it's good to keep the momentum and keep people's attention. To also understand that you want to really give time for each of the songs to promote them and give it the time that they deserve. But it's also good to switch up the content as well, and maybe spend some time on the first song, and then you have another song that you can promote, and then a third song, and then you can come back to the first and second song, so that all of your content is not about obviously one song. And then I decided to release all of the 5 songs. I had 2 new songs, but I could have also done that. I released 4 singles and then an EP with an extra song. It all depends on how you want to do it and how early you are in your journey, but I would maybe recommend to do it like that instead of putting out a whole body of work. And when it comes to the visual content and promotion, we all know all of these social media channels that you can get yourself out there, and it really depends on what your genre is, what your aesthetic is, your visual concept is. I just started to basically post, I'm not joking, I posted 3 times a day for almost half a year on TikTok just to keep the momentum building, and it really gave me some results. Today I am building up an amazing community on there as well as here now, which is so exciting. And for me it worked, and I I have always thought that making content is super fun, but it can also be very draining. But I want to kind of come back to that later. So uploaded on Instagram quite frequently, not as frequently as TikTok. I really have to be on my Instagram game. I just feel like they're very different. People use them in a different way as well as me. TikTok, Instagram is free, so you don't have to pay for that unless you do some very high quality shoots. So I want to talk about the music video that I did for Going Under. Making a music video is the coolest thing that I've ever done, especially for my own project. I've done one before with my partner, which was amazing as well. But this was something different because it was for me. And I was extremely lucky here as well. I keep talking about how lucky I was in the past video because I have a lot of friends that are making music or are videographers or photographers, so I could get, you know, better price for that. And what I said in the last video is that I really advise people to create a community or get to know people so that you can help each other out or collaborate. Lucky in that because I know a lot of people around me that are in the arts. And basically I did a music video with my partner. He filmed his video in Switzerland and I got to know these amazing people, and we were just talking a little bit. I was just joking with them and said, I might use you for my own project, and they were serious about it. So we started to talk some months after he released his video and started to plan to do a video for one of my songs in the EP, and we decided to go with Going Under. So they wanted me to come to Switzerland to make this amazing high production quality music video. It's just crazy to think about that I have this video and all the work that all these people put out for me, and so many people in our team, you know, fully worked for free because they wanted to be a part of this and they really believed in me as a creator and as a musician. And obviously a production like this is extremely expensive, and I'm just so lucky that I found humans that trusted in my vision and trusted in my project, that wanted to put that money out for me. So we filmed it a couple of days in Switzerland, and then they went to Normandy in France to shoot the second part of the video. And if you haven't watched it yet, you can watch it here or here, whatever. It's gonna appear. Industry context is just so essential and so important. So if you do know someone that you know maybe takes photos or is a videographer just starting off filming, maybe you can just collaborate with them and say, hey, I would love some videos or some photo shoots, and you can build your portfolio by helping me out. Or, you know, tell them what your budget is and maybe you can come to certain middle ground. Don't have the fundings or money to do that, you can also just take a friend and basically say, let's go out and film some content for me. And they're also continuously doing as well is covers from artists that are similar to you, or taking songs and making them your own. I think a lot of people really appreciate that. I'm really not a pro of, you know, how many times you should upload certain things to what social media channel, but I really believe that consistency is the key, and we hear that all the time. Believe that that is gonna make a difference, and that doesn't mean that you have to upload like me 3 times a day to TikTok for half a year, but to at least maybe start with 2 or 3 times per week and try to do that up until your song is being released, and then also after that. Or even if you want to start once a week and then you do twice a week and then 3 times, and just be creative with your visuals, sing it in different ways, maybe show your process on how you made your songs, go out and film content with friends, look at your favorite artists and take inspiration from how they do that. Also try to see how you can use the different social media channels in different ways. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna use my Instagram, but I definitely want to expose myself more to the people on Instagram and also here on YouTube. It's always been my dream to release music covers and make videos like that, but I just never really done it. I don't know why. I wanted to start when I was like 15 and I was just shredding on my electric guitar at home, playing metal and hard rock songs. I always wanted to upload covers on that. I never really did it, and I don't know if that was out of fear or what it was, but I'm so happy that I'm finally taking this serious and doing it now, and seeing that a lot of people are resonating and appreciating what I do. So thank you so much for that and being here and supporting me. It's so cool to see that I am growing so slowly, and that's also something that I want to say, to not reach for a viral moment. I know there's so many people out there that are going viral daily with their songs, and I'm so happy for them if that makes them happy. But for me, what is important is to build a steady ground and a steady community and audience that grows little by little, because I really think that these are the people that are gonna stay with you for a long time, instead of having a viral moment and all of a sudden you get this huge amount of streams on your project, and then maybe it will die out quicker than you thought, and you get disappointed, and you put so much pressure and stress on yourself to keep that moment and to make another viral moment and viral video. People maybe want that and think that that's gonna work for them, and sure, there's been artists that have gone viral and they kept on going more viral and now they're huge. And it depends on what you want in life and what you want with your career. For me, that is not something that is important. I just want to grow my community little by little, and I'm so grateful for every one person that subscribes to me or writes to me. It just means the whole world to me, and I don't need this huge number or this huge exposure all of a sudden. But also advise to schedule your content days and actually schedule your content on your social media channels. It can be very, very tiring to edit videos or come up with content ideas every day, especially if you have a different job like most of us. I would really advise you to take certain days and just mass produce some content, or have some filming days and then some editing days, and then you can kind of upload or schedule your posts for a whole week or 2 weeks or however long you want that. It's amazing that you can do it both on TikTok and Instagram. Just so you not sit every day and edit, because I've done that and it's very tiring and it feels like you're never getting any rest, because I would be at work and then do that on my breaks or after work, and I would just be so fried. I'm still learning myself on how to navigate in this world we live in with all social media. I'm just trying to be myself and put out the art that I like and that I feel authentic, and I really believe that the people that are meant to find you will find you, and they will listen to your art and really appreciate who you are as an artist and musician if you are being authentic yourself. I don't know if it works to upload every single day. I did feel like it made a difference for my TikTok, but on Instagram, I don't know, because I haven't done it. I think just being consistent with how you're showing up is the most important thing. And also take a break and take a rest. 1.5 months ago since I uploaded the EP, and I thought that I would have immediately jumped into the next project. The song, I have actually finished writing all the songs for my next EP, and I'm just so excited to start working on that. But I really needed a break, especially from social media. I haven't uploaded something on Instagram for like 2 weeks, and usually that would really mess with me, and I would be scared of losing the momentum on there, as well as TikTok, because I used to upload literally 3 to 5 times every single day. If you need a rest, you need a rest, and that's why it's good to also have some content there to be scheduled. If you do find yourself in a time where you need to take a step back and rest, you can maybe just upload these things that you have scheduled already, or you can just take old material, maybe recycle them. But for me, I just needed a break for 1-2 weeks completely, and now I feel more motivated and energized to continue. And obviously I will use this whole summer to promote the EP that I uploaded 1.5 months ago. but also start to tease new songs, because I would love to release some songs, maybe even this year. I hope that this video will bring you some more insight in how to make an EP without no money or funding. Obviously, I have put a little bit of money here and there, but it's really not a lot. And my advice is just to put your art out there. You know, stop giving yourself excuses to why you can't do something because maybe it costs money or maybe you don't have the time. I think as creators, we need to create, and whether you want to put that out or not, you still need to create, right? I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to make the next one. Please let me know if there are certain topics or things that you would like for me to talk about or to do in next videos. I've seen that a lot of people really enjoy me going through my productions, so maybe I can do certain videos about that. Thank you so much for listening to my music, for telling me how you feel about it, for sharing your own processes and your own journeys. I'm always so interested to hear that as well. And please follow me on my other social media channels on TikTok and Instagram. I will link them all in my bio. And yes, I see you in the next video. Bye bye.